Okay, gardening update. That's my two parsley plants. I've trimmed off quite a lot of the larger one. I used that in a nice parsley sauce and it was delicious. I've got something showing on the mint right there, and I've got something showing on the fennel. And the home for that fennel when it comes up is just outside my front door, which is just down there. And we had a fennel plant growing there for years and years and years, but it was cut back. So now I'm going to plant it there because I know fennel's going to grow well there. And that's my tomatoes, and I think their progress speaks for itself. They're too big now to have the cover over them, because that large one and this one here is just squashing up against the lid. So I'm just making sure I keep those watered and fed. Right there, that's the other fennel, the one that isn't doing so well, but I planted that from fennel seed I had in a spice jar, so probably won't come up. A new addition to my gardening is this grow lamp, and I've got it on a heated mat as well, and these are all different types of hot pepper. So I've got habaneros in the tubes, I've got a mountain variety which is a rocoto, which is more suited to our climate here because it's a mountain variety. I think it's from Peru, and or somewhere in the Andes like that. So that, I only planted those yesterday, so we'll have to see how they do. And these in the tubes this side are very recently planted. They're cayenne peppers from Asian cayenne peppers, so we'll see how they do. They're kind of a red spur chili, these are. Again, not a huge amount of progress on the habaneros. I've got this little fan, which is just a desk fan. It's clipped there, blowing outwards this way, just blowing towards us. Actually, it might be all you can hear at the moment, knowing the way that camera microphones work. But that's just creating a little bit of circulation over the chili plants, which should keep the stalks quite strong and well ventilated. Okay, in the kitchen, again, another south facing window. The time looks like it's coming up really well down there. I hope it's time anyway. Certainly looks like it could be. And the sage, looking very much like sage, is growing. That's looking good, again promising. I'm careful not to overwater those two. Just keep it moist. Just cuttings of lemon balm and mint. That middle one, looking rather sturdy, is actually a cutting from a cutting. There you go. That's mint growing in there. I've potted it up into a larger pot, give it some growing space, and I've picked it out at the tops to make it bushy. And I'll do that once I see 3 sets of leaves. I'll pick it out at the top. Lemon balm similar. That's going rather well. And my pot basil, which I potted up last week, that's still giving us plenty of basil when I need it in small amounts. So let's go and see how the garden's getting on. I don't think I've shown you the inside of my potting shed before, but that's some potting compost. Loads of pots, and thanks to some friends who I'll name at the end, Free Cycle friends, who've provided me with pots and other items like the glass panels and what have you. And right here where this ledge is, right here, I'm going to put a shelf in. It's going to go all the way along. It's not going to be very broad, as you can see from the little brackets. And I'm going to put the same above the window here. So a shelf, it'll go as long as it can. I've measured up for it here. And I'm going to put that in there. That'll probably hold pots or stuff. I've got some bay dry in there. That was a present from a friend. So that's drying there nicely. And as you can see, the rest of it's pretty chaotic. But it's a lot better than it was. And I've got rid of an awful lot of rubbish out of here and stuff that we stored. So the biggest thing in there now is sorting out all the different pots. But that's why I want the shelves. I want a little potting shelf in here. So that will be great. And I might put a pot shelf the other side along the top, similar level to the window one. And these long tools, I'm going to rig up something in the rafters here so I can slide them in along the underside of the ceiling and make a bit of space where they are, because it's not the biggest shed in the world and it's all we've got. So that's the first compost bin that I converted, and that is the second one. So I've actually done that, drilled it again with a step drill, and I'll probably use that now for turning this over. So I'll be turning that over into that one to create compost and get air into the compost. So we'll see how that goes. I might have to build something out of pallets or something for compost. You can see I'm going to need more, even in a small garden like this. So that's mostly kitchen waste and grass cuttings. But I've studied and it looks like I'm going to need more brown leaf matter or something in there, or paper cuttings. We'll see behind the glass. Let's see him. That's dill. It doesn't look too good. It looks like it's, oh, it's all right. Dill is coming up, but it's not thriving as yet. So I just got to keep my eye on that. My rosemary's doing well. Looks damp enough, doesn't look like it needs watering as yet. And the other one's just as good, maybe a little bit better. Love rosemary. Garlic. I split the bulb that was in the bedroom. I split that up, and I planted them independently in here, with the exception of this fella at the end, which is the one that was in with the dill originally. So I've moved it all to this planter. You'll see some, if you look carefully, you'll see some garlic cloves just pushed into the soil. That's some little experiment I'm trying, because my friend Emma does it, and I thought, well, I might get away with it, and we'll keep it outside hardy and under the glass. So that's the progress so far. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your interest.
Hey friends, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you would like to follow my channel, please subscribe. And don't forget to click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications for all my future videos. It would be great to hear from you in the comments, and I'll try to get back to as many of you as possible. You may wish to check out these titles or even help me out with a donation using the links in the description below the video. Thanks for watching.